I'm about to see if I can do a haircut with the world's oldest clipper. Ah, shit, look at that. If barbers had to use this nowadays, there would be very little barbers at it. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this. You out there, you think you got the skills to pay the bills, go ahead and pick up that hand trimmer. How many RPMs you think I got on the hand clipper right now? You signed a waiver before we started, right? You didn't sign a waiver?
There was a waiver.
You didn't sign a waiver? Alright, y'all, we just made it to the shop. I got my brother Hector here with me. This is my best friend. We grew up together, and he was actually the third person to ever let me cut his hair. So I'm gonna give him a haircut with the world's oldest clipper. So this is our Craftsman handheld clipper. Alright, now this is before motors and electric clippers and all the cordless things that we got existed. So, and it comes with a little pamphlet inside. But imagine having to do every single haircut hand cut like this. It's crazy. I'm definitely gonna have forum day after this. All right, first things first, you know you gotta sanitize your tools. Make sure everything is clean and ready to go. You ready?
Yeah.
You're not nervous?
No, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good, dog.
All right, dog, we came a long way from cutting at the crib.
I'm nervous, dog. Clicking it like that.
I have never cut with clippers like this. All right, I'm new school, I'm new generation. We ain't never even seen something like this before, so this is very vintage and historic to me. Here, this is my first swipe through my best friend here, so you ready?
Let's do it.
If it hurts,
If it hurts.
just say something. You can see on the bottom it says 000, so it's a 000 guard, which is pretty close to ball. But you ready?
Yep.
Does it hurt?
I can feel it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't do anything. Bro, I didn't even do anything. I was too scared. So we're not actually gonna use those today, guys. We actually have a more modern version. So JRL actually made these and they added a lever. So it's the same mechanism and the same setup as the hand clipper, the original, but this only cuts to a 000. All right, y'all, you know, and it's a little rusty, and we got vintage hair in there. I don't know whose hair that is or where they came from, but we're gonna use these brand new JRLs. Now it's got a lever, so I think that makes it a lot easier. It is still hand motion. I have never cut with a hand-held clipper like this, so we'll give the JRL modernized version a swing. And you know, I got guards for it, so we still gonna make it shake, y'all. I'm gonna start with knocking down the top. So I'm gonna go 1.5 on top and see if we can get through. Oh shit. Ah shit, look at that. How was that? How'd that feel?
I felt the last part.
It didn't hurt? Bro, I feel like it's gonna hurt you. We're going 1.5, man. We're going low on top, skin fade on the sides, big beard. Y'all see the flow.
Harder.
Now it's actually cutting like butter. Yeah, we're gonna get the cut done. I don't know how I'm gonna blend. I don't know how I'm gonna give you a full fade like this. Bro, there's no way they did this back in the day. I think when I cut Obama, he said he used to get haircuts like this, and he said it looked like he had rat bites in his hair. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you any rat bites.
Okay, buddy.
So I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, and my grandfather, he decided, I'm gonna cut your hair myself. He had these, it wasn't even electric clippers.
Yep.
It was like these squeeze clippers, and he was finished. It looked like I had a bunch of rat bites in my hair.
How much was a haircut back in the day? Like 25 cents?
Man, I don't even know, but all I know is he was so cheap, he didn't even want to spend that.
I have to move at the speed of my hand. There's no way I could go faster. If I go any faster, I'm gonna rip through your head. If barbers had to use this nowadays, there would be very little barbers that exist. We're almost done just knocking the hair down. Doing this with a regular clipper would have took me 60 seconds, probably even less. But this is actually taking me about 10 minutes here on just knocking the hair down to an even 1.5. I got it as even as I think I could get it right now in this moment. I could probably I'm gonna keep going over it towards the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the fade. Same thing that I would with regular clippers. Since we do got a lever, I'm gonna go lever all the way closed, and I'm gonna attempt to make my first ball guideline for this fade. Now, I'm scared because there's not a guard on this now. So this is like clipper directly to the skin, and I'm praying that I don't hurt my boy. You ready?
Praying.
How's that?
I don't feel it at all.
You don't feel it at all?
Nope.
Woo! Hey, look, and I'm gonna say this, man. I'm definitely challenging all the other barbers out there. All right, I ain't seen this one done yet, so if you out there, you think you got the skills to pay the bills, go ahead and pick up that hand trimmer. it feels so unnatural. Like, I don't really even know. Usually when you cut with clippers, you know how they respond when you put it to the skin, but I'm so clueless on how I should have it angled on your head or how hard I should be pressed against. Like, I'm too nervous because I know any wrong movement or if I'm not clipping enough, I'm gonna make a mistake. Like this around the ears, but I'm so scared to get this all the way around your ear. It's like this little piece hanging on your ear, bro. You signed a waiver before we started, right? You didn't sign a waiver?
There was a waiver?
You didn't sign a waiver?
No, I ain't signed no waiver.
You didn't get on the waiver, Gordon?
No.
Why didn't we get on the waiver, y'all? What are we doing? I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be one of my worst haircuts I've given. I'm just gonna, I just feel it, bro.
As the man sitting in the chair.
It always grows back.
Dude, no, I just feel it, bro. I just feel it. Like, there's not, this is such slow progress. Here we go. This is like the start of my fade. You can start to see I'm getting to it. Ooh, that doesn't even look pretty. Look at that. That's what Obama was talking about, bro. Rat bites in the head. How many RPMs you think this is right now? How many RPMs you think I got on the hand clipper right now? So now I'm gonna go down to lever open. I got as bald and as smooth as I can get it for that first guideline. So I'm gonna go lever open now and move on up, man. Yeah, these clippers are probably the reason why you see all of those military haircuts and everybody's got that high and tight, no fade, just straight bald line. It probably comes from just being able to cut with whatever hand clipper that was. I know for sure they ain't had no guards, they ain't had no lever. So everybody kind of just got what you got. Because I knew these were gonna have a lever to it and I would have guards, then I know I'm gonna be able to get the cut done. The thing that's missing is detail. It doesn't look nearly as smooth as it would with any other regular tools, but you know, I guess if we was in the middle of war, 1945, me and my boy Heck down in Germany, you feel me?
I feel it.
And I was able to lace them with this, but I might have been getting like 40 cents a cut. It might have been 40 cents a cut from your boy back in 1945, man.
Solid.
Now I'm going over this lever open right now. I'm just trying to make sure I get it again, even as I can. And I'm gonna try to blend out a little bit of that bottom line that I got right here, a little bit of that bottom line, and then going with that number 1 guard, the half guard, and give my boy that nice fade, man. We'll move on to the other side. I'm kind of getting a flow for it right now. It's not like it's easy, but I'm not gonna lie, the lever makes a huge difference. We'll go back, lever all the way closed. I'm gonna try to do my same method. Usually when I fade, I always go close to open method. So I start at like the bottom of a bald guideline like this, and I'll go through every notch of my lever, and I'm slowly like working my way up through the head. But man, it is just agonizing having to do this. It's agonizing having to do this squeeze by squeeze. Hey y'all, so here we are. Number 1 guideline left. All right, now it's gonna take a little bit more than just a number 1 guard, but this is going to go ahead and make our haircut start to look like a fade, so I'm excited. We got number 1.5 on top, so I'm going in number 1 open right now. I'm gonna soften up that middle line. Bro, I'm squeezing the shit out of his head too. when we used to go get our haircut in the shop, bro, when we was young, bro. But them OGs, but they used to grab your head so hard, bro.
Palm you like a basketball.
Bro, all swollen. Their fingers used to stink. They be having them nub fingers where like their fingernail is like half of their finger.
I remember bro cut my hair mad one time. I don't know why he was so damn mad. Oh my god, he's squeezing the shit out of my head. I'm going at it too, like.
Bro, me and Hector grew up in the same barbershop. We was talking last night, bro, about the shop and how long we used to wait on a Saturday, bro. Me and Hector used to go in the shop, me, Hector, and Justin, bro. We would go into that shop, and I swear to God, bro, we'll be in there for like 4 hours. A whole Saturday. Was like, what you doing Saturday? Oh, we going to the barbershop. That was our Saturday, bro. It would take so long because, you know, like we're kids, but we're also in there with like grown men who just like waited until they weekend off to go get a haircut. And bro, there were no appointments. There was no number system. There was none of that. So
just walked in.
If a grown man got up when it was your turn to be next, and he just went and sat in the chair, and you didn't know how to speak up for yourself, you were just gonna get skipped. So there'd be days where it's like, hey, who was next? And you'd be like, man, I got skipped 2-3 times. Now you sitting there for hours. Fuck it, bro. We're gonna switch left-handed. Like they're not even made for left hands.
Have you ever cut left-handed before for any reason?
Never.
Why not today?
Why not today? Yeah, why not today? If I was the only barber in town that had a cut with a pair of these, bro, I would be the nicest though. I low-key want to see somebody battle with these. Not against me, but they should put this in like a barber competition, man. Handheld clipper challenge. I'm not really upset at my progress given that I'm doing this all handheld. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a light fade. It's not gonna be like super skin. I just can't get it that skin, but I'm gonna get it nice, man. When I do the edge up, it's gonna pull it all together. Watch.
What do you think's better, this haircut or like 6 months into you learning to cut hair?
Probably this haircut. Nah, for sure. Nah, this haircut's gonna be decent, bro. Watch. But you gotta trust the vision. Alright, now if you was asking me for that Edgar, if you was asking me for some crazy scissor, low fade type of work, this ain't it. If you wanna go to the military, if you trying to get drafted, if you trying to go serve the greatest country on earth, you come right here. And we got you. We'll take care of you, man. Trying to sign that 4-year max contract with the US Army, you know where to find me, man. Just detailing my work right now, honestly, before I get into the lineup. But the lineup, you know, it's just gonna be razor only. I can't use anything modern in this cut. But I know they had razors back then. Everybody had to shave. All right, I'm gonna attempt to fade the top of the beard just a little bit. So, #1 guard, beard, same things as I would do with a clipper. I'm not too worried here in this. All right, so I think I did the most of what I can do right now to the fade. There's still some spots I'm gonna go and try to touch up, but I'm gonna move on to trying to give him an edge up. I gotta pull this haircut together somehow. So I'm only gonna go razor blade, no trimmers. I'm not pulling out any electric motor clippers or trimmers. So I'm gonna go ahead and load my blade up and I'm gonna get to work. Edge up is making this look insanely crispy, I'm not gonna lie, but that's the thing. I feel like with a haircut, you can have a mid, like eye type of fade, but you cannot have a messed up hairline. If you have a messed up hairline, then it doesn't matter how good your fade is, everything's out the window.
Did a good job, bro. You did a great job.
Let me go over it a little bit more on top. Let me go over it a little bit more on top, because it just gotta be a little bit more even on top, bro. It just gotta be a little bit more even, bro. That's it.
Where?
Bro, chill. You're not the barber.
I know my fucking head.
Bro, you're not a barber. All right, that last thing we really got to do is trim the mustache. I can't leave him with a long mustache like this, man. So bear with me, bro. I'm gonna go slow. Anything?
No, I don't think you cut anything at all.
I don't think I cut anything either, really. Ah, there we go. There we go.
How much did you pay for that haircut?
50 cents or 40 cents. It's 1945. What you giving me right now, bro? Middle of World War II.
Quarter.
Good old quarter. Now I think for coming out full manual, not a single motor.
Yeah.
Bro, that's smooth. Some people get this in the barbershop for 40 bucks right now.
Right.
Alright, y'all, that's gonna wrap up the oldest clipper in the world challenge. This was by far the most painful haircut that I've given out. My arm feels super swole right now. But I thought the haircut came out pretty decent, you know? It's a light, low fade, low on top, crispy lineup. Doing the lineup saved me. You know, I did it with just the razor. I didn't use a trimmer, so, you know, that's all the tools they had back in the day in the 40s anyways. So I want to see who else can do this challenge. Y'all tag me if y'all do it, and then comment down below what y'all want to see me do next, man. I'm up for the challenge, whatever you got for me.